Shruti went ahead and said that we will never work with each other.
Because
This
Sort of
is why I'm
let me-
scared of giving interviews with Namit.
I think we should have this conversation every week.
Hello and welcome to Binge Buddies. In today's episode, we have extremely talented Namit Das and Shruti Vyas with us. This is a very special episode for us as they are the first couple in our Candid Conversation series. Before we proceed, do not forget to subscribe to Binge Buddies. Hi Namit, hi Shruti. Welcome to Binge Buddies.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you so much for calling us.
We've seen you in Stories of a Song with a play which has been going on and touch wood, it should keep going on. We've seen you. For me, my first memory of Namit Das on screen is Rishi from Wake Up Sid. Then I really admired your performance in Arya, in Abhay, though Abhay was not very lengthy part, but I really like when you play those dark and grey characters. Oh my God, you feel scared when you see your part on screen. That is absolutely class. And A Suitable Boy, उसकी तो मैं जितनी तारीफ करूँ कम है. Shruti, we've seen you most recently in Black Widows. The badass cop, the way you present yourself, like, hey, and that is fabulous. That is absolute straight in your face kind of. And of course, so many advertisements. So it is really great to have you both. So my first question is for you, Shruti. What I read across in my research is you initially wanted to become an air hostess. Now,
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
was that just a thought or was it something you were actually preparing for?
Oh shit, I don't know from where you this is long time back. No, the thing was I was just very tall. I was obnoxiously very tall in my teenage, and all my friends are very short. And one of my friend, I think she was going for an air hostess interview.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really not interested in studies. I was too lost. It took me a lot of time to find where do I belong.
Mm-hmm.
So that was that phase when I was lost. And I just thought in my head, as a teenager, you think that if you'll earn a lot of money, then you'll have a good life. That's the simple thought, that first thing that comes into your mind. And I was just very fascinated कि यार ये लोग flight में बैठकर uniform पहनकर they are just like traveling the world. They're living in a hotel. And my friend's parents were actually her father was a pilot and her mother was an air hostess and she was flying for Dubai. So she said, I'm going for this interview, why don't you come along with me, because you're very tall, I think you will get it. So I was like, हाँ चल लेते, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, इसमें तो पैसे नहीं लग रहे. And I actually went there and I just saw everyone giving whatever answers. And because that time I had just done a theater workshop and I used to do very small roles in theater plays. उस time पे theater की हालत ऐसी थी that obviously you don't get money, but at that point there used to be like 3 understudies. So this one actor in the play and you are maybe like a second or third understudy for it, and your job is actually to go there, sit in the rehearsal, give tea to everyone, right? So मुझे लगता था पता नहीं कब तक मैं actual original मुझे कोई cast करेगा, so it's better I become an air hostess.
All right.
And I cleared first 2 interviews because of my theater experience. I knew how to smartly answer. I love serving people, I love making people happy, so I said all of that and it worked in my favor. So I just cleared 2 rounds. But funnily, now that you're asking me this, the third round is the round where they basically check your skin and everything, and I was waiting for that round. But at that particular point, this one of my theater friends just told me, यार तू तो English medium school से है, यार Sun and Sen hotel में कोई audition चल रहा है, कुछ English type project है, वो काफी time दे रहे, why don't you just then give that audition? So I went there and John Herbert was the casting director. I didn't know him at that point. And he had flew from London to India to actually look for the Indian princess for this telefilm, which comes on your channel called Sharp's Challenge. with Sean Bean,
Yeah.
right? So I had no clue about all of this. So I just read my lines and I told him, I said, listen, I have already cleared 2 rounds of being the air hostess because I'm gonna fly and I'm gonna travel the world. And I don't know whatever you're giving me, but you need to tell me quickly because after 2 weeks I have my third round.
Yeah.
And after 2 weeks, actually, I got selected for this part and they were paying me more money. So I just agreed to it because I was anyways looking to earn more money. So thanks to, I think, John Herbert. And that was the first ever project that I did was Sharp's Challenge, which was for Channel 4.
Wow.
With Toby Stephen, Padma Lakshmi, and
Mhm.
Sean Bean. That was the first time I faced the camera, and I thought that I look okay. I don't look that bad. I think I can do something in this world. So that's how it
Fantastic.
started.
That
Yeah.
is so amazing, you know, how these things you plan something and how many times I'll come across this. So many anecdotes when you go for something, planning something altogether and something weird completely coming in between, and
Yeah.
that changes the path for the individual, and that is so
Yeah.
amazing. Great,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Namit, my next question is for you. You initially wanted to become a professional singer. Yes, you are a trained classical singer as well. Now, when you were studying in St. Xavier's, you got involved in dramatics. Now, and eventually that became your career. Was that a conscious effort or was it well planned? कि ऐसे ही करते इसमें मजा आ रहा है types.
Before I answer that, what I was noticing is that we are all color coordinated. It's very, very interesting. And I think we were destined at this point of time to sit in different rooms. Shruti and me, obviously, slightly close to each other and do this interview. I think it was. I just wanted to sort of just point that out.
Thank you, Namit. Thank you.
But yeah, I always wanted to become a singer. I was training to become a musician, and yes, sort of let's sort of come out in the open and say that we have a connection because you are from Xavier's. I'm also an ex-Xavierite, so there is a connection there.
Yeah.
And as you know that Xavier's has a very active cultural scene.
Yeah.
And I tried my level best to sort of win these competitions, go for these college festivals, and each time I would go as a singer and perform, कुछ गड़बड़ हो जाती थी यार, कि तबला वाला नहीं आता था, या मेरा माइक खराब हो जाता था, या मेरा गला खराब होता था, या मेरे अंदर मतलब उतना टैलेंट नहीं था, नहीं है. I don't know how that worked out.
Yeah.
But at that point of time, I think validation is very, very important in your life. And this music wasn't giving me the right signals.
Okay.
So theater happened, and I just wanted to jump in some field and just prove to myself, rather than the world, that I can do something. And theater gave me that opportunity, and it was nice. I mean, I was on stage, I was playing, I was becoming different people. I was learning lines. There was a sense of discipline there as well, because you had to come on time for rehearsal, and I like discipline in life actually in general. And the first time I performed on stage, one of my close friends comes up to me and she says, "Yaar, tu to ekdam professional actor ki tarah acting karta hai." I think that sort of really pushed me. I don't know where that friend is, and acting happened, and music kept happening. Music is still happening.
That is so great. That is so great. This is another example of you go with something else in mind and you turn out something completely different. But that is great.
Sort of life is like that, right?
Yeah.
Because you plan certain things. And I always say that, you have to live in the present because that's the only reality which is real.
True.
And the future hasn't happened. I don't know what is going to happen after this interview is over, right? I have certain plans, but let's see whether I can really fulfill it or not. True. That's the beauty of life.
The earlier you understand, the earlier you come to terms with this fact, it makes things much easier, I guess, mentally, if not practically.
Yeah.
That is something amazing. Thank you for that. Shruti, we've seen you and Namit on screen together. We've seen you in Asian Paints ad and tape a love story for Zoom Studios. You both did. It was so beautiful. We haven't seen much of you both together on screen. Is that a conscious effort?
There is a story behind that actually, and I think our relationship has changed. I'll just take the lead on that, Shruti.
Yeah, please.
So initially, I mean, we have known each other for 12 years now, and I proudly say that I've known this beautiful girl for 12 years, and hopefully she says the same thing and use the word beautiful and handsome for me. But but initially, when we got into a relationship, when we started dating, I mean, we were very, very sort of protective about each other. And protective in the sense that we didn't want to interfere with each other's lives. We are both in the same profession. We are probably chasing the same dreams as well. So we needed to protect ourselves from competition, from insecurity, and keep our understanding alive. So I think at that point of time, our relationship was very tender and we were getting to know each other. So I think there was a joint decision taken that we don't want to work with each other. And in fact, Shruti went ahead and said that we will never work with each other. Whereas when we were getting married and I was testing for Sumit Samhalega, I remember the producer called me up, the casting person, Rajat was casting for it, Rajat Kapoor. He called me up and he said, I would really want you and Shruti to test together. And I was for the idea because I was like, yaar, if I get selected, then paise मैं भी कमाऊंगा, तुम भी कमाओगे. But Shruti immediately stopped me. And she said that, Namit, you know, we are starting a new life. And I don't want to see you in my workspace. And at the same time, I don't want to see you at home as well. You know, I want to have like a life of my own. So, I mean, I really take this opportunity to, first of all, thank you, Shruti, for doing this for our relationship, because and that's probably the reason why we have reached where we have reached. I hope you agree with me, Shruti, and you don't, because you're very quiet, and I need help on this one. I hope you also have the same version of this story. People.
No, I tell you what, you know, the beauty of life is that your definition of honesty and your reality is always changing. The time when we were dating, we were very young. We both did come from family who were also sort of connected to the industry in a very different way. Which, like, Namit comes from a family, his father is a very famous ghazal singer, his family is a musician, so they come that department of the industry. My father is a writer, my brother is an actor, writer, director, so you know, that department of the industry. So at a very young age, as kids, you know, you sense when things are not on the same page. And I've always not seen maybe we'll create a different reality now that we are different, but at that point I had not seen too many examples in of our age group, you know, of two people in the same field, and you know, have zero competition, zero insecurity, and they're doing superbly well, and like it's actually adding to their life. Because I feel our job is so uncertain, and we are on, it's such a collaborative work, you know, sort of set pay, they are like more than 100 people. There's so many insecurities that you're dealing with yourself and with everyone else, that your job is actually at that point is that I want to be selfish and focus right now in this moment to deliver what I'm here to deliver. Right. And I'm very sensitive that way, and I'm very territorial and protective towards my people. So I thought that I'll get distracted. You know, I don't want to. And also what I thought, that it would be so boring. हम सुबह उठ के भी एक दूसरे की शक्ल देख रहे हैं, फिर काम पे जाके भी एक दूसरे की शक्ल देख रहे हैं, फिर घर पे आते हैं फिर एक दूसरे की शक्ल देखते हैं, फिर हम बातें भी वही कर रहे हैं कि आज हमने सेट पे क्या किया. I said very quickly it will reach to a conversation, तुमने जो सेट पे टेक दिया था वो सही नहीं दिया था, तुमने उस एडी से जो बात की थी सही नहीं की थी. So I wanted that space in that moment. I wasn't sure. So I told him that because of me, you know, I don't want you to become like fragile on the set. So I'm taking this onus and taking this responsibility to say that I don't think right now I really feel that I want to work with you or with my brother or with my father. आगे का आगे देखा जाएगा. But उस time पे मुझे इतना भरोसा नहीं था अपने पे कि आगे चल के शायद मैं इतनी secure हो जाऊंगी. Because artists, you know, they thrive on insecurity. वो निकलती अलग-अलग जगह पर है.
True.
So that was my reality at that point. And also the Asian Paints ad that you're talking about, that was the first time I actually saw Namit how he is on the set. And he's completely different. Like when I go on the set, for me, it's like a party. You know, I want to talk to everyone. There's so many different people coming from different background. I'll go and I'll ask them, when did you thought of joining this field? Namit is completely different. He's very quiet. He doesn't talk to anyone. He's completely in himself. So at that point, I was like, "Achha, मैंने decision ले लिया. I can't take this." Very soon he'll come home and he's like, "तुम बहुत बोलती हो, तुम चुप रहा करो." So that's why I think these were the reasons at that point. But I think now I've reached to that stage where now if I do something with Namit, I'll do it if it's good for both of us. Not just money, but also that we should really enjoy it. You know, we shouldn't come together because for the next one good PR activity that couple saath mein aa gaye. That'll be too short lived and temporary.
And that's what we did in tape. And I think we've been breaking this rule many a times now, because I think we've started liking each other more after 12 years. And I think we can be around each other in a workspace. And what happened with tape was Abhimanyu, the director, and me, we had actually written this idea 2 years back, and nothing happened of that. And he just called me up one day, and we were under not so strict lockdown at that point of time. We were just opening up, and he called me up and he said that, you know, why don't we go back to that idea and we make it now with you and Shruti. We actually write it down properly and we present it to Zoom channel in this case. And I think it will be very good because the theme really matches the lockdown theme as well. And we immediately got on a call with Zoom first, and they really loved the idea. And Shruti was not in Bombay. And I remember for the first time, Shruti, me, and Abhimanyu, we had like Zoom calls, and over the whole idea was actually written over Zoom calls.
Wow.
And the idea being mine, the structure and form sort of being Abhimanyu's in a case, and 70 to 75% dialogues were written by Shruti. And let me tell you, and let me reveal it to you all, that Shruti doesn't take credit for this, but she's a brilliant writer. And more than being a brilliant writer, she is a brilliant dialogue writer. And I would urge her to sort of, you know, write more. And we had tape. We had tape on paper, and we shot it in one day in our house. And we really enjoyed it. And I think the people who saw it also reacted in the same way. So I think our union that way is now sort of reaching some sort of maturity. And I really pray to God, and let's put it this way. I'm actually throwing it out there and saying that, you know, I hope we are able to do more things now, because I really enjoy Shruti's ideas, and I really enjoy being with her.
Now that you mentioned the dialogues were 75+% was written by her, they were so real, because yesterday when we saw it again for the second time or third time, we noticed certain other perspectives of it, where she is coming from. What are the exact issues? Is it just around the tape, or there are hidden issues which are being discussed? There is a lot of sarcasm coming out, a lot of callback happening to the past issues, and then eventually we are stuck in this lockdown. And the moment it reaches its climax, it's like you forget everything the moment you guys start singing or humming. And that is so beautifully done. I was about to ask, but you clarified that it has been shot in your own house. Thank you so much for making that. If not long form, please keep doing short form and short stories or sketches for that matter. That's a humble request. You guys look on screen way too cute and amazing as a pair, believe me.
Thank you. We'll definitely try from now onwards.
Great,
Thank you,
great.
Saurabh. This interview is turning out to be like an ego boosting session. I'm feeling so good about myself. I think we should have this conversation every week.
Weekend, na? हाँ.
We should do like a couple scene,
couple
double date,
बैठ के आराम
double
से.
date on Zoom.
Oh, fantastic! That is great. So, in my research, we found out that आप दोनों मिले जब आप नमित इनके घर गए थे for a reading when for a play which was directed by Sumit Vyas, and that's where you actually met each other for the first time. So from that first meeting से लेके oh we really like each other, क्या distance था वो, साल, महीने, days?
You know, Shruti, I really love your expression because you're actually going back in time and trying to remember, did this really happen? Because
You know, this is why I'm scared of giving interviews with Namit, because he has very good memory. Saurabh, I have terrible memory, and he's always taking my case. Now you know the reason why I don't give interviews and work with him, because ये फिर सबको बता देता है कि इसको कुछ याद नहीं है.
So what I remember of this, obviously, is my side of the story is that I was coming out of a relationship at that point of time. I was the Devdas from Aram Nagar. and I was doing this play, this Hindi version of The Wizard of Oz, famously called Shahnshah of Azimuth, being directed by Sumit Vyas and Sumit's ex-wife Shivani Tansale. And we were hanging out a lot at that point of time. You know what happens during plays? You finish rehearsal and then you sort of hang out. And I remember it was at Prithvi exactly, and there was like a platform performance. Manav Kaul, in fact, was directing that platform performance, and there was a group. Manav's group was essentially singing theater songs.
Okay.
And me and my friend were there after the rehearsal of Shahnshah of Azimuth. We were standing, and I see this very pretty looking girl in the group, and I remember my friend, in fact, he told me, and he said, "Did you notice that girl?" I said, "Yeah, she's quite pretty, And he said, "That is Sumit Vyas's sister." So I said, "Sumit's sister, the one who's directing me, the Sumit's sister." I never knew that Sumit had a sister. I think that's where it started. I didn't know where Sumit had a sister, because I think that's where it sort of started. And then, as luck would have it, or as destiny would have it, we kept hanging out a lot. And before I knew it, before we knew it, we were dating. And that's why whenever someone asks me or asks us who proposed, I don't know who proposed actually. I think it was very clear.
Wow.
On 15th Feb we completed 6 years of marriage, and काफी लोग मुझे पागल समझते हैं कि भैया 6 साल मतलब बस क्या तुम लोग साथ ही रह रहे हो यार, मतलब कुछ प्लान नहीं है क्या, whatever. I said, no, I'm very happy. We believe in the institution of marriage. We are traditional. We like being with each other. I mean, that's the world we are living in, with so many divorces, and especially after the lockdown. What I've heard, people are separating left, right, and center, Saurabh.
We are so-called old school and termed by all these people around, but we all four of us, I'm saying we here, are very happy to be old school because we believe in that institution. We believe कि नहीं ये जो है पिलर ये बहुत strong है. There is something very good about this. I don't care what क्या कहेंगे लोग is not my problem. It's as simple as that.
Also, I would like to, sorry to cut you, I would like to add on this. Also, our generation has suddenly got this awareness and also has an option. to realize that essentially as beings, we feel incomplete without companionship. When during our parents' time, what used to happen, there was not an option of having a choice to choose a companionship. So arranged marriages ज़्यादा होती थी और उस टाइम पे रिश्ते जिद से चलते थे. You know, अब हम दिल से चलाना चाहते हैं.
Very true.
वो डिफरेंस आ गया है. तो अब now when we are choosing our companions, तो वो choice की responsibility कभी हम ले पाते और कभी हम नहीं भी ले पाते.
Correct.
I think that's what at least I sense around. Maybe it's just my non-judgmental view that I've got, but I've realized that even with Namit and me, I cannot relate to myself what I was when Namit was dating me. Right? That also happens. Like I cannot even relate to myself what I was 3 years back. We are constantly changing and so quickly. Even the times that we are living, change is happening so quickly. Right? I think lockdown, one thing that taught us was that we all were on the same page in those 4 months. जो चाहे कोई बंगले में रह रहा हो या फ्लैट में रह रहा हो या लंदन में हो, अमेरिका में, इंडिया में हो, everyone was on the same page. You know, we all missed the sky on the same level.
Exactly.
Right? We all missed, you know, seeing human touch and, you know, human communication at the same level. Right? So I feel our generation is blessed with choices. And now it's only, our job is only to find that till what point can you commit to your choices. That's what I have discovered. Because with Namit and me as well, we have also, our relationship has also changed year by year. I think the only reason we have somehow managed to stay together even today is because our parents never pressured us. Our parents were always there for each other, but they never pressured us. My parents are always there for Namit, not because he's my husband, but because they really treat him like his own child. And he's more close to my father. They are like best friends. Same thing is with Namit's parents, you know. Namit's parents, they never pressured me to stay in this marriage with Namit. But they've always been with me. Like Namit's mom is my best friend. I spend more time, I used to spend more time with Namit's mom, even when I was dating Namit. And it's still the case even today because Namit is always traveling, or when he's back, then I'm traveling. So I think somewhere we are blessed that we have parents who are there for each other and not pressurizing each other for each other. So companionship in a form of either with your mother-in-law or father-in-law, your friends, or even your own self, I think that has become more big priority in our generation, I feel.
Fabulous. Well, I really understand where you're coming from. That feeling of having that support system around you, but not putting you in a box. You're still free to have and do what you wish to, and everything will be supported, irrespective of whether they agree or disagree. But they are, in every sense, they are our supporting pillars. That is fabulous. Thank you.
My father actually says this line, you know, whether I agree with you or whether I disagree with you, but I promise I'll be there for you.
And that is.
And I feel that is very true in any companionship, any relationship. You can agree and disagree as long as you're giving that space for agreement and disagreement.
Absolutely perfect, right on the money. Believe me, that अगर ये हमारे बाकी इंडियन पेरेंट्स अगर इसको अडैप्ट कर ले, I believe बहुत सारी चीजें बेटर हो जाएंगी.
कि डिवोर्स के बाद शायद पता चले कि सामने वाली की पार्टी और इनकी फैमिली अभी भी बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स है. You know, that would be amazing.
That is another level. उससे अलग मूवी बन सकते हैं ये on parents itself, समझी.
तेरी इसके साथ नहीं बन रही, मेरी तो बन रही, तू ले डिवोर्स, मैं क्यों लूं डिवोर्स, मुझे चिल करने दो उसके साथ.
Fantastic. Great. So you guys have been married for 6 years now. Firstly, belated happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How has your relationship evolved over a decade? Do you see those small little nuances? Do you happen to notice, oh, ye badla hai evidently? Is there anything of that sort?
Oh my God, this answer. I mean,
I actually want to hear you first, Namit. Start.
Oh, I think you're. Without repeating myself, what I really want to say when I say that we have known each other for 12 years, 12 years is a long time.
Yeah.
And people change and people are constantly changing. And because people are changing, the relationships will also change.
Evolve, yeah.
They will evolve. And if they don't evolve, then I think there is a problem.
Definitely.
So the challenge is not the change. I think the challenge is whether the growth is happening together or not, and whether that is in sync.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure Shruti will have her own version. I don't want to speak for Shruti of what I have become. Actually, I hope she's not disappointed. Actually,
no, he's absolutely right. I think we all have to learn on our own level, which I always keep saying. My biggest discovery that happened after this marriage was within myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I had a very healthy relationship with myself. I used to take pressure of even staying happy. Everything was a homework for me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens, right? Your life revolves around when you stay in a place like Bombay, Mumbai, your world revolves around what are you doing next? What are you doing next?
Yeah.
Okay, how much are you earning? What are you doing next? What are you doing next? And that pressure became either it became huge or I made it very huge in my head. I think I would like to put it on myself. I made it very huge, and it took me a lot of time to actually accept that it's okay to say I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
And to be able to say that is also being happy with yourself. Namit is a very secure person. That is one of the things that really attracted me towards Namit was this, because he loves life. He has this immense joy of enjoying life. He loves going on road trips. He wants to interact people. He wants to constantly seeking the history of humankind and people and India and music. Sometimes it's very boring also, but I like it. I like it that I don't have that in me. I wish I had. And I know that he's not faking it. I know it's genuinely who he is. He loves the history of everything. I think that I learned from Namit.
So beautiful. Thank you guys for sharing that. I am now more and more अंदर से एक आवाज दे रही है, इन्हें बुलाओ हमारे घर में एक तो या ड्रिंक्स होना है आज. ये सेशन तो मुझे लगता है 48 hours चल जाएंगे और किसी को टाइम कहाँ गया.
Saurabh, we were supposed to come to London before this global calamity actually hit us, and everything was stopped. We had almost signed the contract, and this was for Monsoon Wedding, the musical. So last year in March, everything was locked, and then obviously COVID hit us, and we shut ourselves. We thought that we would be spending the summer of 2020 in England, in London, in Camden. But little did we know that we'll be actually scooped up in our houses and enjoying Netflix and enjoying each other's company, or trying to enjoy each other's company, actually.
I'm in love with London because I was in London, I think 2016, 17, right? I'm terrible with dates.
2017. 16. Yeah,
16. And I was there for a month. I did everything. I watched every play.
Shruti, you were not there for a month. You were there for 2 months. Let me tell you. I remember it very clearly.
I've listened to every underground artist. So I did everything in London. I was actually excited to bring Namit to London because I was very confident. I met travel kar sakte. It's very easy. But yeah, I really miss London. I think it's one of my favorite places. I'm really looking forward to come back to it when things are normal.
Amazing. Thank you for that. Great. So let's move on from couple therapy to थोड़ा सा बाहर जाते हैं.
बहुत अच्छी बात हो गई.
Arya came in last year. A Suitable Boy came in. You have given Namit numerous amount of interviews. Now, in a way, I'm really thanking my stars. Last year when we were speaking in October, this didn't work out, and we are speaking in 2021. There's a different perspective, I'm sure. And for my side also, I'm coming up with new things to ask, thankfully. So, what is that one question you were and you are absolutely tired of answering in interviews?
I don't think many actors will have an answer to that, because we are all so self-consumed. Go, Shruti.
No, you go. Namit will kill you.
That sounds like an X-rated show.
Nahin.
With Namit, but yeah, darling.